It'll take a long time for the town of Amatrice to recover from last Wednesday's devastating earthquake. Paolo Trancassini surveys the damage in the town center. Trancassini is mayor of Leonessa, a community located about 30 kilometers away. It didn't suffer much quake damage at all.
It's like a really serious accident on the freeway. The car in front of you got hit, but you just managed to avoid it. The same thing happened here. The quake could have hit us in Leonessa. That's pretty scary, and we're just glad it didn't happen to us.
The mayor and a few other representatives of the town have come to Amatrice to assess the damage for themselves. The quake destroyed the old town center, as well as some new villas and apartment blocks. People have expressed serious concerns over building standards in the region.
The builders don't take the proper safety measures. It happens all the time. They have no sense of responsibility. There are lots of earthquakes in Italy, and there will be another sooner or later. This situation affects all of us, right here, right now.
Mayor Trancassini's town, Leonessa, dates back to the Middle Ages. It lies on the other side of the mountains from Amatrice. Although damage was a lot less here in last week's quake, the ground certainly shook as well. That scared the local residents because a lot of the buildings are just as old and fragile as those in Amatrice. The 13th century palaces and churches probably wouldn't survive a strong earthquake. The mayor and some local officials are putting together an emergency reaction plan.
Back in the 1970s and 80s, they started building lots of new homes, but the plans didn't include any earthquake protection measures. There were hardly any controls. That's one of the reasons why so many people were killed in Amatrice.
The mayor and a local building official say that few of the structures in town have proper earthquake protection, but there's apparently not much they can do about it. Several years ago, Maria Suave tried to get a loan to make earthquake improvements on her vacation home. But officials turned her down because she wasn't a local resident. Maria says that's ridiculous.
If a building falls down in an earthquake, it doesn't matter who owns it. If you want to fix up your home, you should be able to, regardless of where you actually live. That's especially important for places like this, where we have lots of tourists.
The mayor says about 1/3 of the structures here are vacation homes and need better earthquake protection.
We have too many regulations and red tape. How are we going to make all these buildings safe for the next quake? I hope we don't get another one anytime soon.
A lot of cellars look like Maria's. The walls aren't very strong, and there are cracks in the foundation. The churches in Leonessa are closed right now while officials check for damage. So services are held outdoors. The mayor, like many others, prays that the town will be spared the fate of Amatrice.
You wake up in the morning and remember that an earthquake has hit close by and killed many people. It's an awful feeling that many people here are sharing.
The residents of Leonessa were lucky this time. Now they have to make sure that their buildings will survive the next earthquake.